What is up, and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog Fantasy Pick and Plays for Thursday, December 12th, 2024. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DailyDog. Get that 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $1,000. That's the biggest deposit bonus around on Underdog. So sign up for that promo code DailyDog, DAILYDOG at UnderdogFantasy.com or on the Underdog Fantasy app. All right, we got a lot going on today. We got Thursday Night Football, we got NBA, we got NHL, we got a cross-sport lotto slip for the end of the show, so stick around for that one. Long odds tonight. But let's start with NFL. We got lots of picks. We gave out a slip yesterday. We gave out one on Tuesday, so I'll recap those ones as well. But let's start off with the new. Let's go with today's Thursday Night Football slip. Matthew Stafford, higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. Puka, Nacua, healthy. Cooper Kupp, healthy. Maybe you heard of those guys. When those guys are on the field, they're able to score from literally anywhere on the field. Really good with the ball in their hands, really good in the red zone, really good anywhere, everywhere. Matt Stafford's touchdown equity goes up through the roof, basically, when those guys are in. Oh, yeah, and he has Kyren Williams, another guy who can make some guys miss, take a little swing pass, take a angle route, do whatever, go from the flat and make someone miss, run someone over, whatever, and get into the end zone. And then also Colby Parkinson, only one touchdown on the year, but he might be able to get something done in this one as well. Tutu Atwell, Demarcus Robinson, those guys are also liable to score. So Matt Stafford, higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. Really think it's worth throwing that one in the slip and rolling with it and, expecting the best. I know the defense for the Niners can be troublesome at times, but I'm not really impressed with them this year. So give me Matt Stafford higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. All right, next play is a little bit of a juicer. The offense is fairly injured for the 49ers. Trent Williams is out at tackle. George Kittle is on the field all the time, but they also just lack some depth at wide receiver without Brandon Ayuk, at least big play threat. George Kittle is trying to will this team across the finish line and make a playoff run. Part of him doing that is scoring a touchdown. So we're going to take George Kittle higher than 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns in this game. Last one is going to be Brock Purdy higher than 20.5 rush yards. We know the running back room is completely decimated in San Francisco. We know this is a division game. We know back against the wall game for the 49ers. What does that mean? It means that your quarterback needs to take some shots. He needs to move the ball on the ground with his legs. He needs to convert some 3rd and 4s with his legs. He has gone way over this number plenty of times. If he gets 5 or 6 carries, I'm very confident that he's going to have higher than 20.5 rushing yards in this game. And he's had higher than 5 carries many times this season. I want to say at least 6 times this season. So give me Brock Purdy higher than 20.5 rushing yards. That's a 6.75x multiplier. All right, let's go to yesterday's Thursday Night Football slip and recap what we gave out yesterday, because I think it's still pretty solid. Kyren Williams higher than 9.5 receiving yards is what we gave out yesterday. It's still playable at 10.5. I think it's playable, honestly. Like, I would play some alts up to 19.5, honestly. And when I say I would, that means I will. Kyren Williams higher than 9.5 or now 10.5 receiving yards. Still a good play. Again, I think that he's going to have some chances to make some guys miss and take a couple dump-offs long against this 49ers D. Also, Ricky Pearsall, higher than 1.5 receptions. I've talked about some of the injuries on offense. I don't think the running game is going to be fully there for the 49ers. I know that, the Shanahan system, just any running back can make it happen in this zone scheme, but I'll believe it when I see it in this situation, because it's not like there's a second-string running back. It's a third-string running back who's already banged up. And then the guys behind him, we'll see. Maybe they're good. Maybe they can do it. We'll find out. But that being said, I think Pearsall can get 2 receptions in this game fairly easily. Last one, no surprise based on what I said in my first slip, or my new slip today. George Kittle, higher than 56.5 receiving yards. I think that he's going to be involved. I think he's going to have 5+ catches in this game. I think if he does do that, he's going to have 60+ yards. So George Kittle, higher than 56.5 receiving yards, 6x multiplier. The slip that I gave out on Tuesday, we really got ahead of it with these picks, because this one's gone down quite a bit. But we gave out Brock Purdy higher than 0.5 interceptions. Again, I think that he's going to have to do a lot in this game. He's going to have to run. He's going to have to throw a lot. I think that there's going to be some opportunities for the Rams defense to turn the ball over through the air. So give me Brock Purdy higher than 0.5 interceptions. I locked in Kyren Williams higher than 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns early, because he's a touchdown machine. 12 touchdowns on the ground this year, a couple more through the air. So give me Kyren Williams higher than 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns. Oh yeah, and you get vulture protection with Kyren Williams, which is good to hear because people are hyping up Blake Corum a little bit. Like, oh, this guy might be more than just a speller. He might be a part of the offense now. So get that Kyren Williams vulture protection. Use Kyren Williams in your slip. And then last one, Puka Nacua higher than 82.5 receiving yards. It's now up to 89.5 receiving yards again. Yesterday I said that my limit is 89.5. So get it now before it gets into the 90s, because I think you get a little bit hairy. You just need a lot to go your way to get in the 90s. You need a ton of volume, or you need some big plays, which you might get one, you might not, and you might not get the volume. So, or you might get the volume, but you might not get the big plays. So give me Puka Nacua higher than 82.5 receiving yards, or now 89.5 is where I draw the line. When I gave this slip out as a 6.07x multiplier, and now it's 5.34x. Not the end of the world, but definitely not as good. All right. Underdog is going crazy right now with promos. Yesterday, I logged into Underdog and I had 25% profit boost tokens for NBA Cup games. Let's see what they keep on doing throughout December. They did a lot during Thanksgiving week. Let's keep it up because I love using these Underdog promos. It's a lot of fun. Just because you have a promo doesn't mean it's going to win, but it definitely makes it sweeter when you win. So give me those promos. Underdog. If you're new to Underdog, sign up for promo code DailyDog. Get a big promo right off the bat with a 50% deposit match bonus as big as you want it. All right, let's go to the National Hockey League. We were so close to bringing our slip home yesterday, but life goes on. We're going to go with Pittsburgh Penguins, Evgeni Malkin, higher than 0.5 points against the Montreal Canadiens. The Canadiens are one of the worst teams as far as goals allowed in the NHL. Evgeni Malkin, he is a guy who can get assists. He's a guy who can score. He's obviously a veteran. He's obviously a star, formerly semi-superstar, maybe a decade ago, but still a really good point getter and a good matchup for getting points. Next, we're going to go to Macklin Celebrini of the Sharks. This dude is under the radar. He gets points for us every time we put him in a slip. I hope I didn't just jinx him right there. But yeah, the Sharks are playing against the Blues. The Blues are obviously a pretty up and down, hot and cold team. I think that they'll probably beat the Sharks here, but I don't think the Sharks are going to be held blank. And I do think that 3 goals for the Sharks, Macklin Celebrini is going to be involved in at least one of them. Last one, our dude, Matt Duchene of the Stars against the Nashville Predators. Duchene higher than 0.5 points. He is a good point getter. He's a great point getter. We've used him on a ton of slips. He basically never lets us down. So I like to stick with the hot hands on my NHL slips. So again, that's Evgeni Malkin higher than 0.5 points. Macklin Celebrini higher than 0.5 points for the Sharks. And Matt Duchene of the Stars higher than 0.5 points, 5.46x multiplier. All right, to the association. Oh my God, Steph Curry cost us a slip yesterday. How painful is that? We needed more. We needed one more 3-pointer from him. He went 3 for 9. Not a hot shooting day for the man. Best 3-point shooter of all time was 33% in the NBA Cup. If he would have made one more 3-pointer, our slip would have won, and they probably would have won that game. So tough day for Steph, but it is what it is. Long NBA season. Not everyone is going to be a superstar every minute of every game. So yeah, that one is tough. But on to the next day. We're going with our man, RJ Barrett, higher than 1.5 3-pointers made. Too low. RJ Barrett shoots enough volume to hit this basically every day. I play this basically every day with him because it's just been fairly good whenever I've been playing it. So I'm going to keep on rolling with my man, RJ Barrett, higher than 1.5 3-pointers made. Next, we're going to go to CJ McCollum, higher than 21.5 points against the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento is a team that plays fast and allows a lot of points in their games. They score a lot, and the teams against them score a lot. CJ McCollum right now with this Pelicans team being so injured is the man. He's 1A, 1B, 1C. He's got to be a scorer. Obviously, he can distribute and do more for this team than just score. But right now, the situation dictates him scoring, and against this matchup, or in this matchup against the Kings, I think that he's going to be able to get the job done. Next one, we're going with Revenge. Jaylen Brown, higher than 23.5 points. Revenge because last time I played him, it was 26.5, and then he got like 24 points. It was really sad. But if he gets 24 points today, that works for us. So let's go Jaylen Brown, higher than 23.5 points. Here, this is a 5.64x NBA multiplier. All right, let's close this up with our cross sport lotto. This is longer odds. This is a smaller play. This is just to try to build a bankroll with a little bit minimal investment. You could do this as a full-on standard slip with huge odds, or you can go flex and reduce those odds, but have a better chance at turning a profit. We're going to start out with Raquel of the Penguins, higher than 0.5 goals. I already talked about how the Canadiens are a bad team as far as stopping the puck from getting in the net. Raquel is the top scorer on the Penguins. He's not the biggest star, but he's got the most goals, 11 goals on the season, about a goal every third game. Give me Raquel higher than 0.5 goals. Next, we're going to go to Domantas Sabonis, all over 24.5 points in that matchup versus the Pelicans. The Pelicans are decimated. A lot of their bigs are hurt. Domantas Sabonis should be able to eat in this game. Hopefully he's aggressive early. Hopefully we, go into halftime with him at 19 points, and then we can just coast in the second half. Let's go Sabonis, higher than 24.5 points. Last one, Brock Purdy, higher than 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns. We know I already talked about Purdy a lot early on in this show. I think that he's going to have to do a lot on his legs. I think that he is going to, be willing to run near the goal line. So give me Brock Purdy higher than 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns. If you play this standard, it's a 45.32x multiplier. If you do it via flex, it's 22.66x or 4.9x flex. All right. That's all I got for you today. I've been asking you guys to actually hit the subscribe button if you're listening or watching this on YouTube, and it's worked. Our numbers are going up. So continue to do that. That helps this show grow, help out the future listeners find us. It's easier for them to find us if you give us a rating, a review, if you follow, all that good stuff. It takes 2 seconds. You might as well do it if you appreciate the content. Good luck on your bets and good luck on your picks, and let's make some money.